Do you think that last night's rally hurts Trump's chances, or did they stay the same or go up? No, it hurts Trump's chances. I think it hurts Trump's chances in a spectacular fashion. Tony Hinchcliffe just straight up was like, Puerto Rico is a trash island. It sucks. When you say that, it's Jover. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm the Harris camp, I'm gonna be like, this is the racist that Donald Trump aligns with, associates with. This is what Donald Trump thinks about Puerto Rico. For those of you who don't know, Donald Trump had a rally in Madison Square Garden. Now, why is this important? One, because he's not gonna win New York. Why is he doing this rally? He's trying to get a lot of media coverage surrounding the rally. And I guess in order to maximize the media coverage, he just let the racists run crazy, say crazy ass during this rally. Now, it's not that surprising. Madison Square Garden has hosted a Nazi rally in the past, I believe in 1939. So, you know, it hasn't been 100 years yet. I just never really thought that we would get a second Nazi rally before the century turned, right? Dr. Phil was there. All of the worst people, all of the worst scumbags were there. It was just awful.
To begin with this, of course, and you know what the lead story is, a presidential election. There are just 8 days to go, and the candidates are drawing massive crowds as they crisscross around the country. We're going to start with former President Donald Trump, all-day event at Madison Square Garden. It included speeches from a number of warm-up speakers, some that immediately drew some backlash. Robert Costa was at the rally. He's with us now in the studio.
Wow, so
Bob, good
friendly.
morning to you. It was a very long day.
Like, what the is the media? It drew some backlash as if it's like they said, like,
they were
cursed a little bit.
They were like sig heiling pretty much.
Like, what the It is so incredibly frustrating to watch the media.
It was, and I was there.
Like,
Trump
frame this as if this is anything close to being normal.
Dude, okay.
Like,
I wanted
other news.
I have, I think, a more diverse media diet than you do in this sense. I wanted you to watch. So, two things. One, The Daily. The Trump campaign's big gamble, okay? They literally interview election deniers and present them as like reasonable human beings.
Yes.
And it blew my mind. I listened to it this morning. I was like, what the is the New York Times doing?
Yeah.
That's number one. The other one that made me blast into orbit was even worse than that. It was NPR. I think it was Consider This. For some conservative Christians supporting Trump, it's about the policies. They had a evangelical, Pentecostal, whatever the pastor that was giving an interview to NPR, and he was defending Mark Robinson. He said he is Black Adolf Hitler, and you're over here defending him. Like, you're defending him by being like, well, everyone makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Like, it was crazy.
Well, the media, they have to have like discussions, and we live in a two-party state, but the right has become so insane that they've almost had to elevate them to put them in normal conversations to even have like any sort of content at all, other than just like writing them off. They've like elevated them to, they have to make them seem normal.
This is the other thing. They did glamour shots for the election deniers. Like, what are you doing? This is deeply frustrating and completely unacceptable. Offering a puff piece on the Daily, like, without just straight up being like, every single thing that these people are saying is insane, is unacceptable. You will never get me to defend this. It is the exact opposite of what the media is supposed to do.
Themed spectacle in the Garden. It enthralled thousands of his supporters, but the political impact remains unclear. Strategists in both parties tell us the words of others on stage, not Trump, could likely be amplified by Democrats in the coming days.
Can you give me that?
At one of the world's most
jacket?
famous arenas, former President Donald Trump laid out his closing argument in this campaign.
We will have the strongest economy, the most secure borders, the safest cities, the most powerful military.
Trump took the stage at a jam-packed Madison Square Garden in Manhattan and leaned into his border plan should he win the White House.
I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered.
Trump's rhetoric on immigration drawing roars from the crowd.
I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
All as he was unleashing harsh attacks on Vice President Harris.
No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. Everyone knows she is a very low IQ individual.
With just over a week to go until Election Day, that sentiment was echoed throughout the night by his key allies, who rallied supporters with
Little low
speeches
IQ
over
dog
the course
whistle
of
there
6
too.
hours.
Little low IQ dog whistle.
Trump country.
From Republican lawmakers
We're going to take this country back.
to media personalities like Dr. Phil and
Gross.
Hulk Hogan flexing their support, as well as billionaire Elon Musk. And an introduction, Elon Musk.
Okay, they would. Can I be clear? If he wasn't like some like Trump grifter, they would all be calling him the F slur,
Oh, dude, yeah.
and they probably still are secretly.
Nah,
But,
it doesn't matter. You can be the grossest fucking sweatiest loser as long as you say the words, as long as you say that you love Trump, you love daddy, they will fucking idolize you. That is the thing about right-wingers in general. The thing about right-wingers in general is that like they don't give a they literally just need to hear those words, okay? They need to hear Trump is right, immigrant bad, and they'll be like, all right, great, you're with me. You're on the
dude,
team.
it's so bad. They can't. This can't be good for him, right? Are there people out there that don't find this so painful?
I think people
I struggle to find words in the English language to describe like the level of ick and the level of just I can't describe it because no word in the language does it really justice to what I feel when I see him and what I see him do.
dude, this was insane. Like
No, I know.
the USA, like how do you fuck up a USA chant, dude? How do you fuck this up?
USA, 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 USA.
USA.
That's right.
USA.
Yeah.
How does that go?
Aren't we
USA.
cool? Look at me, I'm cool.
USA, everybody. At least Trump has like redeeming qualities in terms of like being telegenic, like being kind of funny at times. Like Elon Musk has nothing. I don't know who I hate more. I think I hate Elon Musk more. I might hate him more.
Oh, 100%.
He is like,
Like it's just
he is also not dissimilar to Donald Trump, like a ginormous con man too. I'm a dark MAGA, but also dork
like
MAGA.
you can't even laugh at him because he's such a loser. You can't laugh at him.
And an introduction
Volkswagen owns
and rare
Porsche and Audi.
remarks
He
by
has a Porsche,
former
I have an
First
Audi.
Lady Melania Trump.
New York City and America needs their magic back.
My name
But
is
as the
Melania
Trump campaign
Trump.
continues to
And we
court
need
the
to stop
Latino
immigrants.
vote, it was this
Oh my God, this is what he posted. This is what he
Yeah, I
posted.
saw that.
Oh my God, 431,000 likes. Oh my God, dude. If you think this shit is cool, you have to be reintegrated in a normal society. Like you are not living on the same plane of existence as the rest of us, dude. I swear to God. Where will this go? I do not know. But I do not think that this is going to a good place. Okay?
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
less than 2 hours.
You know what's so funny to me is how like your racist joke flops in front of racists. Like an entire group of people who love racist jokes, who eat that shit alive, and it fucking flopped. How do you do that?
The thing that really frustrates me is that as someone who is not a comedian, who could never be a comedian, I still have like in a very nerdy way, like followed the process of comedy, like how you make a joke, how you structure a joke, and how you write your material, how you test out your material. And the issue is that kind of humor is super bottom of the fucking barrel. Like it's hack material. It is what you do when you're not clever enough to make, like,
Yes.
when you're not clever enough to construct like an intelligent joke.
Yes.
That's the problem. And then this last additional detail just came about it. This guy's speech last night, they were saying they didn't vet the speech, so they didn't know his joke was there. Surprise, it was vetted. They removed him calling Harris a but left the Puerto Rico joke in, so they were okay with it last night. You won't be surprised to find out there's Tony bits about Palestine that's just as bad.
Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time, but you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, brother. Go back. Go back to the writing room, dude. It's wild that Donald Trump is objectively funnier than the comics that he has on, which is crazy. Like, Donald Trump knows not to say those things. You know what I mean? Donald Trump is a massive racist, okay? Don't do that one.
Very sad.
I don't like it.
It's a little racist, don't you think? It's very sad. Look at my African-American friend over there.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Trump would have comics that are less funny than him. That's such a Demo. Oh my God, you're right. He was doing diva shit. He was like, I don't want an opener to outflank me. He would be funnier. I don't want someone opening for me to be funnier. I don't want it.
That's so funny. Like,
okay, okay. Are you
really
ready? Five head take. Joe Rogan secretly in a tank for Kamala Harris. Does this interview with Donald Trump specifically to get Donald Trump to have Tony Hinchcliffe as his opener. Tony Hinchcliffe bombs so fucking hard. That is the real October surprise. This is so bad.
He's probably pissed, right?
This is like, I cannot look at this as anything but deliberate sabotage. You cannot view this in any other fucking framework, dude. This has to be deliberate sabotage because holy moly, this sucks, dude. I've already told you what I think is going on. If Donald Trump does turn out in the most unlikely demographics, men, young men, specifically younger men, non-college educated men that normally don't show up to go out and vote in very important districts, in very important states, in these 7 states. If he gets dudes in Philadelphia to be like, dudes rock, man, and I like Trump, and not only do I like Trump, but I also like him enough to go out and vote for him, because that's 2 separate things. Liking Trump is one thing. Right now, as it stands, I think, and this might come as a surprise to many people, what I'm about to say, I think there are more people in this country that say they like Donald Trump than there are people who say they like Kamala Harris. Having said that, however, I think that there are more people in this country that say they dislike Trump than people in this country that say they dislike Kamala Harris. The issue is, you might like Trump, but are you going to go out and vote for Trump? A lot of people might say they like Trump, but I think you've probably met a bunch of those guys in the real world, maybe at a gas station, and you kind of get a vibe that they're not reliable voters. You know what I mean? Like they like Trump. They're just not exactly participating. They might think that the election is on November 7th, for example. Like they don't have a lot of things going on up there. Trump supporters, when you tell them you actually have to cast a ballot, I mean, that's the situation. And here is a key part of this problem. Turnout. There might be a lot of people who like Donald Trump, but you have to activate them. And one of the things that the Trump campaign has done that is really fucking stupid is that they've relegated turnout responsibilities like door knocking campaigns to super PACs, to outside groups. Normally, that is supposed to be directly handled by the party. And not only have they relegated turnout to outside groups, they've given it in Arizona to Turning Point USA, which we'll see how successful that will be. But more importantly, they've given the overarching bulk of it to Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is a notorious charlatan. He is a massive grifter. He is a fraudulent person. So, of course, Elon Musk might do some Elon Musk shit. As a matter of fact, we have seen him do a bunch of Elon Musk shit, like the $1 million a day scheme that he's doing that is most likely illegal, for example. That's number one. Number two, turns out they've been lying about their door knocking campaigns, like how many doors they've knocked on, which is very funny. And you can't have that because you might have a lot of people who love Donald Trump, and they're never shut the fuck up. And it's really annoying how little they shut the fuck up, right? But if their doors are not getting knocked on, they're not going out to vote. They're just not. So he's killing it with low and mid propensity voters by higher margins than Kamala is with high propensity voters. But high propensity voters vote. They love voting. They love voting more than anything else. They're old. They're relatively well off. Oftentimes have a college degree. They have a little nest egg, and they love to vote. They love it. It's their favorite activity, usually for dog shit things too. So we shall see.